but liquidity is the big daddy here. I got caught out by this in 2017. By about April or May, I sold out of my Bitcoin. I was up 10x because I bought it at 200. It was trading at 2,000. I'm like, it's a pretty good trade. I took the money off the table. It consolidated for a little bit. Then it went up another 10x into the end of the year. People can't understand this. It's like, if Bitcoin went up 10x from here, we're at $1 million. Now, I'm not expecting a 10x, but what I'm saying is people did the same thing then. And what happens is you sell out positions, the market corrects, and because liquidity is still the driver, everybody gets forced back into their positions, and that creates this violent end-of-year move. That's possible. I'm not saying it's definite, but I think of improbabilities, and that's where my head's at.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul Pal believes this cycle might continue until 2026. He dives into market trends, crypto, and macroeconomics, explaining what's next. Will this boom last? Let's watch and find out.
Crypto is this incredible, fast, super high velocity, creative destruction cycle. You don't know what's going to be really valuable until the bottom of the cycle. The things that survive become the best trades. Solana, Ethereum. So Ethereum in 2019, absolute killer trade. 2018, Solana in 2022, absolute killer. So what you need to see is when those things go down 95%, everything goes down 95%. So now you've got all of these things at a discount. Your job is to find out what really has network effects, what is really powering an ecosystem. And what you'll find is a bunch of these are kind of dead chains because they were just using money from the foundation to pay for economic activity. But then you looked at Solana and there was a ton of developers building. The community was like focused. Tolly was a good leader. You're like, okay, there's signal here. So I like the cyclicality where you wash out all the bad ideas. People are testing innovation. And that's good, right? It's a lot of innovation. You do VC, tons of VC things go to zero. But if you get the right ones, they don't. You can make a lot of money out of them. Immensely bullish on Solana. I think they have the right activity, the right pace of innovation. They're good, do good stuff. There is, so much activity on chain because of meme coins, but there's also stable coins and DeFi and all of the things that are required to build a great blockchain ecosystem. So I think Solana outperforms Bitcoin. Outperforms Bitcoin and outperforms ETH as well. ETH is struggling. And ETH is struggling not because ETH is bad. Yes, it's lost a bit of direction, but the reality is they overbuilt capacity by all of the layer twos. Mm-hmm. Right? Anybody can spin up a layer two, so you're building endless capacity, and it only uses a small amount on the actual Ethereum mainnet. So what they've built is this gigantic architecture that's suitable for the entire finance system at scale, but we don't have that use case. So what you're seeing is it's just not generating enough activity on the base chain, and that's why it's dragging. My guess is if you are Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan or whoever, and you want to tokenize assets, tokenize equity markets, tokenize all of the finance stuff, lending markets, you're going to do it on ETH. ETH is like the Microsoft of blockchains. It's the one you won't get fired for. It's the one that has the highest level of security, the deepest developer ecosystem, the largest amounts of interoperability, the largest amounts of applications. There's no reason the finance system will build at scale on any other chain yet.
The crypto market might take over 2 months to fully recover if past patterns repeat, according to analyst Matthew Howland. Based on historical trends, altcoin prices may not return to their December highs until at least April. Highland warns that investors should manage their expectations and be prepared for a slow recovery rather than a rapid rebound. February 3 marked one of the most significant liquidation events in crypto history, with over $2.24 billion wiped out within 24 hours. Some experts, like Bybit's co-founder Ben Zhu, believe the real number could be closer to $10 billion. The sell-off was fueled by market fears over U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed 25% tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China, which raised concerns of a potential trade war. While the tariffs on Canada and Mexico were later paused, the damage to the crypto market had already been done. Bitcoin briefly dipped below the $100,000 mark for the first time since January 27, falling to $92,584 before recovering slightly to $97,570. This dip, while significant, may indicate that the worst is over. However, if history is any guide, full recovery will take time. Past disruptions, like the 2020 COVID-19 crash and the 2022 collapses of Terra and FTX, all required months for the market to stabilize. Highland emphasized that expecting a quick V-shaped recovery within days is unrealistic. Even in 2020, when Bitcoin rebounded strongly, the climb back took weeks and was filled with multiple dips along the way. The market may eventually regain momentum, but patience will be key.
Let's say some young kid has made $100 million. That story's typical in crypto, bizarrely, What do? You buy yourself a house. Maybe you buy another house. Okay, what do you do with the rest of your money? You'll keep it in the casino, but in the end, all rich people end up buying art. All of them. Every billionaire in the world buys art because why? You can't have 50 properties. It's a pain in the arse. But you can have 50 Van Goghs. So it becomes a storage for vast amounts of wealth, and you get to flex it. Look at how rich I am. In my $50 million apartment, I've got $100 million of art. That's what happens. So it has always, for centuries, been a store of value for wealth. Yeah, but what you get that people forget with NFTs, so dick butts have gone from 0.3 ETH and they hit 1.5 ETH recently. That's 5x, right?
They're more. They're 2 point whatever.
Yeah, okay. And
floor price 1 ETH.
And ETH has gone up 30%. So you get, let's say ETH doubles from here. And those things go up 10x in ETH terms. That's a 20x. Okay. That's because they're priced in ETH. People don't understand this. Their compounding power of returns is massive. And they're still cheap.
Yeah, I'm just looking at crypto price. But one thing you do see is that the price, it doesn't always correlate. So if ETH picks up, you see the floor go down as well in ETH terms. Not sure if we're seeing that now.
You can do. I think over time, generally, forget the day-to-day correlation. Over time, if the people like the project, the ETH price goes up. If ETH goes up a lot, yeah, it starts to become in dollar terms too much. But generally speaking, you still get the multiplier effect. So, I think punks go to, let's say, 100 ETH. And ETH goes to 10,000. I mean, that's a shit ton of return.
That's a few assets, yeah.
It's all bullshit. The VC model is you or any VC is taking a lot of risk to put some capital in a project that will probably go to zero. Great. Then the unlock comes out and you want to be able to sell some because you've taken risk and you will get rewarded for that. Is there sometimes too large an unlock at one particular point and they don't manage it? Sure. Does the VC play an important role in the space? Without question. Because if not, people can't raise capital. Until you go to the new meme fair launch. What is a fair launch? It just turns us lot into a bunch of VCs and we dump on them. It's the same fucking dumping, just different people. So it's utter bullshit that it makes a better market. It just means that somebody else gets the ability to dump.
Bitcoin is once again at the center of market turmoil, reacting sharply to U.S. President Donald Trump's short-lived tariff threat on Canada, Mexico, and China. The leading cryptocurrency plunged to $91,500 before rebounding to $100,000, but the uncertainty has left investors on edge. The sudden swings wiped out $2.3 billion from the crypto market, and experts believe the turbulence is far from over. Noelle Atchison sees Bitcoin developing into a haven asset in the long run. She believes that if the tariff scare fades quickly, risk assets like Bitcoin will recover. However, if tensions escalate, Bitcoin could still benefit as investors look for protection against currency depreciation. A weakening US dollar could also play a role in boosting Bitcoin's price. Skybridge Capital CEO Anthony Scaramucci remains optimistic despite short-term volatility. He believes institutional adoption of Bitcoin will be a game-changer. With over 60% of his personal wealth in Bitcoin, he sees crypto as a long-term winner. Mena Theodoru of CoinStash warns that volatility will persist as investors remain nervous. Gold has surged to new highs, and the US dollar index is at its peak, showing a clear flight to safety. However, Trump's recent move to create a sovereign wealth fund, which might include digital assets, suggests that crypto could still find government support. Keiko research analysts note that market sentiment is mixed, with low short-term funding rates signaling uncertainty. Expiring options contracts suggest that traders expect volatility to be temporary, but Trump's unpredictability makes forecasting difficult. Jeff Park of Bitwise believes Trump's ultimate goal is to weaken the US dollar without triggering high interest rates. If successful, Bitcoin could be one of the biggest beneficiaries. However, if the tariff war continues, economic strain may lead to more money printing, a scenario that has historically fueled Bitcoin's rise. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.